Hello everybody! PowerJack has produced a video to show how to DIY a solar panel. This model is Monica. She will show us every detail of the DIY process. Let's have a look at a finished 50 watts solar panel. This is the front side. The whole solar panel is made up of 36 pieces of polycrystalline silicon solar cells in series. By DIY solar panels, you can save about 50% cost comparing to buy finished goods. You can pay less and get more. This is the back side of solar panel. Now the model will show us the materials we need to make such a solar panel. We need an aluminum frame, a glass plate, and the main material, polycrystalline silicon solar cells. The blue color side is solar cells negative. The reverse side is positive. This is the narrow tapping wire. And this, the white one. The difference is the white tapping wire is bigger in thickness and wetness. This is solder wire. The solder paste. A pair of pliers. A brush. A voltmeter. A blunt electric soldering iron. This is A glue. And this B glue. That's all materials we need to make a solar panel. This is PowerJack's another model, Michelle. She will assist Monica in the following DIY process. This is a 1.8 watt solar cell. We can see there are 3 white lines in the front side. Also 3 lines in the back. Later on, Monica will solder the narrow tapping wire on the lines. Michelle will cut it in 6. Each is about 7 centimeters long. The wetness of solar cell is about 5 centimeters. The tapping wire will be 2 centimeters longer than the solar cell, like this. First, we apply solder paste to narrow tabbing wire. Then, use the soldering iron to solder it. Okay, we can see Monica has left 2 centimeters tabbing wire out of the solar cell. Do the same to solder 3 lines. The soldering work of solar cell's negative side is finished. Now we will solder the other 3 tabbing lines in the back. Please pay attention. If we leave the wire end at this side of solar cell, we will need to leave wire end at the other side when soldering the back. Now Monica has finished the soldering part for the first solar cell. Have a look. Good work. We have mentioned the front side of solar cell is negative and the back is positive. When soldering wires, we should leave some space on the edge to keep the negative wire and the positive wire apart. Don't make them mixed, or it will be a short circuit. We can see Monica did bad work when soldering this line. She left too little space on the edge. The left side is done much better. Compare the two again. Bad work on the right side and correct in the left side. Here we are going to test the solar cell's voltage. This is the voltmeter. The left yellow button is a switch. Turn it on. Turn the gear to this range. Camera closer. Now we can see it clear. Let's first test the solar cell's voltage with no sunshine. Red cable of the voltmeter is positive. Black cable is negative. Pay attention to solar cell's positive and negative too. Red cable touched solar cell's positive wire, and black cable touched the negative wire. We have mentioned each solar cell produces 0.5 watts, so let's test it now. We can see the voltmeter shows only 0.3 wattage. Why? It is because currently there is no sunshine. Now Michelle will turn on a lamp to provide light instead of sunshine. Test it again. We can see we have mentioned a 50 watts solar panel is made up of 36 solar cells. Now Monica will show us how to connect the two solar cells in series. To connect them, the positive wire of one solar cell is to touch the other solar cell's negative wire. Before soldering, we need to shorten the tapping wire. Leave 3 mm on the edge will be enough. If the tapping wire out of the solar cell is too long, the 36 solar cells will not stand in lines closely in the aluminum frame. Oh my goodness, the solar cell breaks. See, this is the fragment. Solar cells are fragile. We need to be careful. Don't keep long fingernails like Monica. We have mentioned a 50 watts solar panel is made up of 36 solar cells. Now Monica will show us how to connect the two solar cells in series. To connect them, the positive wire of one solar cell is to touch the other solar cell's negative wire. Before soldering, we need to shorten the tapping wire. Michelle will assist in cutting the tapping wire. Leave 3 mm of tapping wire on solar cell's edge will be enough. We need to be very careful to prevent duplicate work. The two solar cells are available. Now Monica will connect the two solar cells in series. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Don't make mistake. We use electric iron and solder wire when connecting them. Camera be closer. we can see how Monica do the soldering. Monica will test the voltage of 2 solar cells. Turn on the voltmeter. Remember, red cable is positive, black cable is negative. We can see the voltmeter shows 0.6 watts without sunshine. Michelle turns on the lamp to provide light energy. Let's read the voltmeter again. We can see the voltmeter shows 1.1 watts. Good work. Monica has finished the soldering work of 9 pieces of solar cells. She will test the voltage again. Positive cable of voltmeter touches positive wire of solar cell. Negative cable to negative wire. We can see voltmeter's reading is 4.7 watts. We know each solar cell is about 0.5 watts. So 9 pieces of solar cells gets 4.5 watts around. The result 4.7 watts is within our expectation. Here Monica reminds us that we test the watts reading after soldering each solar cell, so we can make sure each solar cell is soldered well. Two models, Monica and Michelle, will continue to teach us how to DIY solar panels Solar panel is one of the main devices to generate green energy. Two models are dressed up with sailor's clothes. What we can imagine from solar panel and sailor dressing: the ocean, the sun, both have much energy, natural and free. Solar panel has long service life. If not damaged by external factors, it can work as long as 20 years. It is also environment friendly. It does no harm to human body, to our environment, and to our earth. Monica has finished the soldering work for all 36 solar cells and put them in a ring. The 36 solar cells lie on glass plate in 4 groups. Each group includes 9 pieces in series. Please do be careful when laying these fragile cells on glass. Now Monica is going to show us how to weld the 4 groups together in series. Be focused. The following step is crucial. The left group solar cell's tapping wire is on the upper side, so it is the positive wire. The second group solar cell's tapping wire is on the back, so it is negative wire. 4 groups tapping wire edge lays in positive, negative, positive, negative from Monica's left to right. Now Monica will use white tapping wire to connect these 4 groups in series. Please note, she used wide tapping wire, not the narrow one. Put the wide tapping wire along the 2 sides of the solar panel. And then, Monica will use electric iron and soldering wire to solder each narrow tapping wire from solar cells and wide tapping wire together. After soldering work finished, move the solar cells away. Clean the glass plate before next step, or it will reduce solar panel's efficiency. Monica takes up 3 aluminum frames. We can see there is interface at frame's edge. Try to connect 3 of the aluminum frames together, just as Monica does. Then we need to place glass plate into the frame. and then put on the false aluminum frame. At last, we get aluminum square with glass plate. If you have moved to this step successfully, congratulations! You have finished a very good job. Before putting solar cells on glass plate, we need to seal up the four edges of the glass plate with hot melt adhesive. Why? Because we need to keep the glass plate solid and keep the solar cells in it away from water. Don't leave any gap. After the adhesive is concretionary, Monica has turned it around and put the solar cells in. Make sure you have extended the positive and the negative wire from the cells as Monica did. In her left, the extended tabbing wire is negative. In her right hand is the positive wire. By now you have finished the hardest part. Let's go on to the next step. Monica will paint glue on the surface of the cells. She uses 2 cans of glue to prepare the mixed glue she needs. One is the A glue and one is the B glue. The mixing ratio A glue and B glue is 2:1. Monica is showing how to mix the 2 types of glues together. We can see the difference of 2 glues. A glue is thick. B glue is clear. Now Monica is mixing the A and B glue in a container. Stir the liquid until they mix together evenly. Monica has got the qualified mixture, and you? Okay, Monica will move forward to the last step. Pour all glue slowly and evenly on the solar cells. The glue will extend and cover the whole back surface of the panel. Great! After this step, everything will be done. The left is only to wait for the glue to become solid. It may take 10 hours, then we can get a finished solar panel. Well, we have spent 4 hours to make a 50-watt solar panel, and another 10 hours to wait it to be solid. So we can get a 50-watt panel within 1 day. Amazing, right? No hesitation. Hi, Bob Joy.